Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Well, they've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is Jakeem Grant. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw is Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Chubb will get the call, running left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
And that's going to be caught for Browns. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This will be caught. Judy. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On play action, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Back to throw, Watson. It's caught, Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Chubb with the first down carries. He'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he will be out of bounds with a first down as they will have a first and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on. Second and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. This is taken at the 15. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns will take over first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long. But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. Touchdown! Amari Cooper. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Rodgers now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Watson.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Jakeem Grant now to return.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
Open man is Seth Williams. He's got it.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
That's complete. Okuebuna.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Rodgers to throw once more. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Aaron Rodgers His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, his second sack of the night. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Under 10, 10. Check. Fresno. Watch out.
Back to throw. Watson. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And his kick here is good.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, they'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Jeremy Chinn picks it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson.
Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Space to run past the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Throwing now, Watson.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Watson. Eluding. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 20, 10, 5. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practiced that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. Rodgers will throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. after the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Being chased out left, and he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Check 26, check 26. Deuce.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And Watson's going to throw it here. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And they'll indeed take a knee. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and